Hey there everyone, how are you doing? I'm pretty sure I'm still Ikari, and this is Oldrim Modding episode 25. And if we count the Newrim episodes as well, with this one we actually already have a total of 50 reviews. Not bad. I'm actually planning to continue this until the next Elder Scrolls comes out, so I hope I will get the motivation and support required to keep this alive. But anyway, this week there are some mods which can be considered creepy and impressive at the same time, among others. But see for yourself and be impressed. Intro 1 on screen. Skyrim's children are probably one of those things which you just have to mod in one way or another at some point. And here comes a mod which addresses some new interesting aspects. Immersive Children, Child Mortality and Burial and Animation Fixes by Garland the Great. Now that's one long title, and it already points out that this is not just simply another killable children mod, because what would be the point of that? No, instead, Immersive Children actually aims to fix some problems which occur by using regular killable children mods. Like for example, this sandboxing problem, which will give the children trouble interacting with objects, from simple things like benches and chairs to more complicated sandboxing introduced in Hearthfire. At the same time, Immersive Children will prevent children from interacting with things they shouldn't, like crafting stations, which, as you know, only results in weird scaling. Of course, you still get the features which allow you to attack or pickpocket the children like any other NPC. In other words, Immersive Children is a standalone mod and an alternative to the regular killable children mods. But that is not all. There is also one more little feature this mod brings to increase the immersion a little bit. If one of the children in your game dies, you will actually see coffins or burial urns appear in the Hall of the Dead. This is a really nice touch and should help you decide whether to use this mod instead of one of the regular killable children mods. Next comes a nice little utility mod to help you deal with unwanted items. Delete Items by Utopium. This mod can be really useful when you mess around with mods which add tons of new content, like weapons and armor, and you want to see how it looks like on your character, obviously, or of course for adventurers like me when showcasing stuff. And then always the question arises how to get rid of the unwanted items. What I did in the past was simply put all the items I don't need anymore into an unimportant container and use the reset inventory command on it to make the items inside respawn. This, however, does not work for items marked as quest items, and those have to be removed through console commands one by one, which can be tedious. But now we have the Delete Items mod. There is an MCM menu which will display literally every item you have and its quantity. And then you can click on something and decide whether you want to delete all, delete only one, or delete all but one. And yes, this works for quest items too, and even for keys. This is definitely fast and convenient. No need to look around for containers to dump your stuff in or use console commands. Really nice. Okay, it's time for the creepy and impressive mods. Or are they creepily impressive? Or impressively creepy? But seriously, the two followers I'm about to show you might give some of you nightmares. I know I said this kind of stuff before, but this time it's actually serious. I should probably also issue an arachnophobia warning as well. Anyway, here is the first one. Liant, Mephala's Hand, by 27 divided by the Nines, who can be found in the Windpeak Inn in Dawnstar. According to the lore, spider Daedra are the servants of Mephala and have the appearance of human spider centaurs, like we know them from Oblivion, for example. Liant also appears to be a servant of Mephala, and so everything about her has this spidery theme. The outfit and especially those custom skin and eye textures look really impressive, but also creepy as hell. Seriously, you guys, this is nightmare fuel right there. Yet, I can imagine some of you sit there and be like, nah, it's cool, it's okay, I'd still hit it. Well, if that's the case, just see what comes next. In combat, Liant will use destruction spells, which spells exactly depends on the player level, but the best thing is right here. If her health happened to drop to 50% or below in combat, yes, she transforms into a legitimate spider Daedra until combat ends. So, what do you say now? Would still hit it? I know I would. With a warhammer probably. But jokes aside, she also has a staff which summons explosive spiders, because why not? So, all in all, it's definitely a very unique follower. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. There is an optional file for her to have normal human skin textures, so everybody should be satisfied in the end. The second follower continues with the Daedric theme. Molag Granda by Fudge. She can be found at the Atronach Forge in the Midden. That's the place below the College of Winterhold, in case you don't remember. Yes, that's an interesting place to put a follower. Molag Granda actually appeared at the Winged Twilight in Morrowind, and the only known thing about her is that she actually is the daughter of Molag Bal, the Daedric Prince of Domination. In Morrowind, Molag Bal demands the death of Granda and her lover Nomek Gwai in exchange for the cure for vampirism. So I guess their father-daughter relationship is not the best one. Maybe she is a illegitimate daughter, and that's why he wants her dead. Anyway, here in Skyrim she has a more humanoid appearance. Well, she definitely has his horns. And I guess now comes the part where I make a joke about her looking horny. But seriously, she also has a mace that looks like Molag Bal's, just with a different name, and also her own custom ebony armor with an open helmet. In combat she uses one-handed weapons and magic, because she is a spell sword. Next comes a mod which delivers a whole bunch of different new items. Ultimate Assortment by FavoredSoul by Vigilant. Yes, this looks very familiar, because I actually reviewed a very similar mod in episode 19 of my New Rim reviews. In this package there are however much more items. Not just weapons, but also lots of accessories. Rings, earrings, amulets, whatever your heart desires, so to say. Everything with high attention to detail. It's FavoredSoul's work after all, so there is nothing to wonder about. But from all those items there was one particular thing that totally cracked me up. This right here. Short Sword of Backstabbing +3. Plus fucking 3! Damn, it's been a while since I heard this one. But anyway, among the accessories the most flashy items are probably the wings. Yes, I know, there are mods with animated wings, but the design of those right here is really nice. So what else is there to say? It's really nice to have a repack of all those awesome items. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for something big? A quest mod, which goes by the name of Vigilant by Vict. It was actually released back in 2015, but since it was made by Japanese people, it took quite some time till it was fully translated into English. And even then, there was no voice acting, and the only way to play it was by reading the subtitles. And now we finally get Vigilant Voiced, English add-on by the Skyrim Voice Alliance.
I like that look in your eyes. Would you like to join the Vigilance of Stendarr? You look like you could hold your own.
That's right, 23 voice actors joined together and worked on this, and with 1200 lines, this epic questline is now fully voiced.
Make it quick.
Ah, so you're the novice Altana recruited. Yes, I like the look in your eyes, and I can feel a strong will in you as well.
Okay, fully voiced might not be entirely true. As you can see, or more like here, only the dialogue lines are voiced, and the greetings and farewells are still vanilla voices.
Need something?
I will give you a short overview of its facilities. The place we're standing in right now is the chapel of the temple.
Yes, it can be a little immersion breaking, at least until you get used to it, because seriously, we are not allowed to complain about what we get here. The quest itself is incredibly sophisticated and really well done. The story spins around joining the Vigilance of Standar and later develops into some really epic adventure. And it looks like it's a really huge quest line. I was playing for some time, but I didn't even manage to complete the tutorial part.
Bodies of victims are found every day. Only newly turned vampires act so impulsively.
In the tutorial, you have to travel around with this Altano guy and do some basic Vigilant stuff, like taking care of a vampire, which was fun since I had to find out who it was without a quest marker. But,
Would you like my sweet rolls? They're delicious.
Yeah, modded outfit, definitely non-vanilla sex hotline voice. I guess I found my target. And then, of course, you also have to kick some Daedra ass.
I am Vernacus, he who cannot be touched. Cower before me, pitiful mortal!
The voice acting is quite good for the most part. I met only one NPC which sounded, well, kinda like a robot.
Yes, a woman quarreled with a drunk patron and she summoned it. That drunk got torn apart by the Daedra. I don't even want to think about it anymore.
But at least they all use quality microphones, which is not always the case in big mods. Well, as I already said, I barely scratched the surface of this questline and it already looks really good. This might very well be a greatest of all time candidate and just screams for a let's play, so I will add it to the list. And this is it for this week's episode. As always, you can find the links to all mods in the description below. Don't forget to enter the modders if you're going to use any of them. And if you thought my video was cool, hit the like button and subscribe for more Skyrim modding action every week. I thank you all for watching and see you around!